Over the next 2 minutes, I want to make you think about and reflect on not just using technology because it's shiny. Now, research has demonstrated that over the last kind of 10, 20, 30 years, lots and lots of money has been spent on digital technology in our classrooms, but it's had limited impact because we haven't given our students a different challenge, and they haven't had to use different thinking with that technology. Sometimes all we do is replace pen and paper with a keyboard or with an iPad, and they do exactly the same skills, but they do it digitally. So if we think about this, that's not going to increase the learning. It might get some students more engaged because they're using something, with technology and it's flashy and shiny. But actually, down the line, it's not really going to increase their cognitive participation rates. It's not going to increase their retrieval practice, etc., etc. So it's thinking beyond that and not just being swayed by, I'll do, like I said before, someone say, I'm going to do an iPad lesson. Like, what's an iPad lesson? Like, you wouldn't say I'm going to do a pen and paper lesson, but ultimately some of the students are doing the same thing. And guess what? If they've just been using tablets all the time and they've been dragging and dropping all the time, lesson by lesson by lesson, and then at the end of the year, we put them in a 2-hour exam with a pen and paper and ask them to write, it's not going to work because I'm getting fatigued, I can't write. So they're out of practice. So if we're going to use technology, and I'm a massive advocate of technology, how can technology allow you to do things that you couldn't do with pen and paper? How can it allow you to take their learning to different places, to expose them to different things, so that they can maybe collaborate with different people in the classroom, and to use different skills and different strategies that can take their learning further forward and in a deeper sense, rather than just actually we're doing exactly the same as we were doing. So whenever you're thinking about technology in your lesson, I would ask you to really reflect on, if I was doing this with pen and paper, would it be the same learning experience, and would we be doing the same skills, and would I be asking the students to ultimately be cognitively doing the same thing? Or because I'm using my technology, is it allowing me to do something different and take it further? Once you answer that question, you'll then be able to answer the question of, is the use of technology good in this lesson, or is it just, again, because it's shiny?